We're going to be doing a quick get ready with me session for a full day of filming makeup. I'm going to be chit-chatting about just breaking barriers mentally, physically, and personally, right? So this is what we look like right now, and this is what we're going to be looking like when we're done with this makeup. Right now, I am loving this skin clean, minimal, classic look. We're gonna get straight right into today's video. The first thing I want to do is to just hydrate. Let me hydrate my face first. I'm gonna be using oh my goodness. Okay, life of a creator. So we're gonna be using this daily moisturizer from Cetaphil, and it does have a bit of an SPF. Let me move this around because I can see it in my shot. I already moisturized my face, did a bit of skincare before this, but I'm going to be very heavy-handed with this just to protect my skin, but also to hydrate my skin. Now, I do have a really dry skin, and I find that whenever you're doing makeup, it's best to buy skincare, not based on trends or what everyone is saying, but skincare based on your skin type, basically. So if you do have an oily skin, you still don't need to moisturize. But I do have a very, oh God, look at that. I do have a very, very dry skin. So I tend to really go heavy on my moisturization. I feel like I've downsized a lot when it comes to like my skincare and the products that I use. Usually I used to go heavy on a lot of like trendy products because everyone was using it. But now, like, I'm simplifying my life, especially with makeup as well. I'm saving my coins and only getting exactly what I need when I need it. Let me use this spray that I got recently. It's the Dalba spray. Okay, so while my moisturizer is kind of settling in, I'm gonna moisturize and hydrate the rest of my skin. And for that, I'm using my Vaseline. This is it's a must-have for the girlies. This is, I guess, it's inexpensive, but what it does is magical, and you guys will see. But to add a bit of glow, I'm going to be using this one. This one is from Nuban Beauty. It is a Nigerian brand. So I'm just going to be using a little, oh, that's a lot. A little bit of it. We're going to mix this in and then just... Can you guys see that? So next up, let me just use a bit of my lip mask. This one is from e.l.f. I'm going to keep this on for the entire duration of this makeup. So recently, I have been on a 30-day challenge. Today is the 11th of July. So I have been consistent for the past 11 days. And behind the scenes, your girl has not been sleeping. So most times I sleep between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. In life, sometimes you just have to make sacrifices to get to where you're going to. And I talk a lot about like getting out of your comfort zone and doing things that you're not comfortable with. So recently I have been uncomfortable and I've been pushing myself to grow in every aspect of my life. I initially thought that this would be overwhelming, but now, like, it is overwhelming. It is tiring, don't get me wrong, but I feel like now I'm getting a hang of the things that I cannot and can't do. And most times you find that like the mind has a limit that it has been programmed to, right? And you can reprogram that limit by yourself. You just have to be uncomfortable and shift and move and have like a mindset shift. I was watching a movie yesterday. It was about like, it's a true life story. Like, I think it was a military movie, and it kind of gave me another insight into this whole mindset shift and just pushing yourself. Like when you first enroll, the drilling and the training you go through is basically to reprogram your mind to know that your body can withstand pain, can withstand discomfort, can withstand so many things, being underwater. Like as you push yourself, there's going to be a little bit of growth that you will receive, right? So for instance, if you swim and you can only hold your breath for like 10 seconds, if you keep practicing, you realize that you can increase that limit to 15, 20, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Some people can hold their breath for minutes. I can't. but they have trained and they have programmed and reprogrammed their mind to break that barrier and move. And it's the same thing with life, right? Once you say like, I'm comfortable swimming underwater for 10 seconds, but you know what, let's break that, let's do 1 minute. I can guarantee you that you would do it. And most times it's like shifting your mindset, practicing a lot, doing things that will not be comfortable at the moment, but as you keep on doing it, it becomes comfortable and it becomes norm. I remember like a while ago, I used to struggle with being consistent. Like I used to struggle with posting 2 videos or 3 videos a week. It felt like it was overwhelming. But now I am thriving posting every single day. It's a thing of choice, not by force. Now I am shifting my mindset and breaking the limits that I had set to myself, on myself, by myself. And I am seeing some results personally, and also results in terms of like metrics and numbers and all that, which I'm actually excited about, right? After I had kids, like my priorities in life changed, obviously. Oh my God. Let me continue my makeup before I continue chatting. My priorities in life changed. I'm going to be using this, it's a hydrating primer, guys. This one is from Omari Code. Like I said, most of the products that I use are tailored to like my skin concerns, and I'm using an eye patch because I haven't been sleeping well for days. And honestly, like my skin is looking good. Even my under eye, like I look relaxed, but I just want to use it for like 10 minutes just to plump it up a little bit. I'm using a hydrating primer because, again, like I said, I do have a dry skin, so I'm using products to help with that, to combat the things, the issues that I have, right? So I'm going heavy on moisturization, and what I typically do is to use a bit of a mattifying primer just on the center of my face right here, because this is where I get a lot of like oil production. This is where it gets a bit oily, but not too crazy. So once in a while, it's good to like reassess yourself and ask yourself like, what do you want right now in this stage of my life? Because what I wanted 3 years ago is different from what I want now. So it's always good to like reassess yourself. Let me take this off, I don't want to waste time. Like make adjustments based on where you are and not where you were 5-10 years ago. And you know, yeah, be real with yourself, because that's the only, like, you owe yourself that. At least you can be fake with everybody else, that's on you, but the worst thing you can do is to be fake with yourself. Right now I'm going to go in with a mattifying primer, right? And to be honest with you, the makeup that I do is pretty basic, even though it looks good. But like it's pretty basic. I'm not doing like red carpet makeup. I'm just doing like everyday work makeup, event makeup, and it looks good. I don't mind the glow around the perimeter of my face, but the center, I want it to be soft matte like it is right now. Can you guys see my face? Look at that. Like it's glowing on the outside, but like on the inside, I have controlled all my worries. Like sometimes as women, we tend to limit ourselves, and we don't know that we are one of the most, should I say, evolving creatures. If no one gives you grace, give yourself grace. If no one gives you accolades, give yourself accolades sometimes, and just let yourself know that like you did try, you're doing amazing. I'm going to use the sculpted from Omari Code right here, and I'm just going to kind of sculpt my brows. Now this product, I don't really like it. Like when I apply it, sometimes I get, I don't know, I just don't like it. But I have it and I have to be done with it. Most times I feel like when I'm done applying the product on my brows, I have like some gluish kind of residue. So I'm just brushing my brows in place. With my brows, I do less now. I just fill it in and I make sure that my brows are tamed. Now that we're done with the base, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This one is an oldie, but a goldie. Like this, oh God. What year was that? Was that 2014, 2015, 2016? Yeah, that era. This was the girl. The LA Girl Pro Conceal was the girl. And in my opinion, she's still kind of the girl. But I love her because she is affordable. I use this to just conceal, spot conceal. You can use your orange concealer if you like, or your orange corrector, sorry. But I'm not a fan of, I don't know, I just feel very uncomfortable using like colors on my skin. So what I do is that I would use a concealer that is exactly my skin. Yeah, I'm not gonna use too much because with makeup it's all about like layering. You don't want to go heavy on each layer. You want to create like a soft layer with one and then use another layer with another one. So I'm going to blend this out. I'm just going to take a brush and just like stipple that in. Just want to share that out so we don't have like harsh lines, right? Yeah, so this is what my face is looking like right now. So this is what the face and the base is looking like. Like, tell me I'm not ready to go out. Tell me, like, why should I continue with this makeup video? Like, why? Something I want to try out, I've never done this before, is to set it down. And I'm only going to set like with a light hand. I've seen like Jackie Aina do this. I watched one of Harushi's videos yesterday. She's so beautiful and her makeup is always so flawless. And like her techniques are amazing. And she did this and I'm like, oh my God, maybe I could try this. So let's try this. I'm gonna just kind of absorb the product in. I don't want to use, I'm not baking. I just want to lock in the product so that it's not moving when we apply the foundation. Oh my God, I've never done this before. This is a bit risky, but we're trying this together. And I'm not going back in again, no. Just using the same puff. Let me just set it down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think I have found my everyday makeup look. Wow. Like, it's not too much, but like, I look a bit elevated, right? Right? Okay, so next up, what I'm gonna do next is to just bronze up my face. And I like doing this because it adds another layer. Remember, we've not used any product, we just spot concealed. This is going to help with, like, we're gonna add another layer. It's gonna bronze up the perimeter of our face, but it's also gonna act as a coverage or a skin layer. So that way, we don't have to go heavy on like foundation again. I'm just going to take the amount that I need, share that at the back of my hands, and we're just going to kind of like pat that in like so. So because I'm doing this now, I don't need to go heavy on foundation in this area and this area as well. I just need to kind of blend it in. And for anyone, this is what, okay, this is more than I thought. We're just going to wipe the brush clean because I don't want to add more product onto it. I'm going to wipe the brush clean and we're going to like blend that in as well. Not look this harsh. Something I also learned from a makeup artist, her name is Obianuju, is that like every layer or every step should be pretty, right? You know how you watch like YouTube videos or like TikTok videos or Instagram videos and like they're like harsh lines and like everything just looks overly done and it looks scary. What I learned from one of our master classes that I modeled for a couple of years, maybe like 7 years ago, and I still remember this vividly, was she said that every step should be pretty. So in summary, like every step should be flawless. Okay, there we go. This is what we're looking like. It's not overly done. Like, it still looks natural. Like, I can literally step out of my house looking like this and it still looks so good. Using the same product left over, I'm just going to use this concealer brush to just help like define my nose. I'm thinking I should bring you guys in a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so I just zoomed you guys a bit closer. I'm not sure which one I prefer, but we're here, so let's continue. Nothing too crazy. We're done. Going in with my foundation. I love using creams now. I'm not sure if this one is going to be my perfect shade, but we're gonna use it. This one is from Black Opal in the shade Truly Topaz. I have the product here, and I'm just going to place it exactly where I did not apply product, basically this area. And just kind of like blend that in. Going in with the same foundation, just going to put that here. I don't want the coverage to be too crazy because I'm still going to go in with concealer as well. I feel like a lot of us suffer from imposter syndrome. And honestly, that is not something to be ashamed of. Even the most successful business people, the most successful celebrities kind of suffer from that. Just basically doubting yourself sometimes. One of the reasons that I actually started off this challenge that I'm doing, this 30-day challenge, showing up consistently, is a kind of battle that it's good to know your weaknesses and then work on that any way that is most comfortable. So I know that I'm good, but sometimes I forget that I'm good. You know, sometimes you question yourself, like, do you really deserve this? Why do people even deserve to listen to you? Like, are you worth listening to? And sometimes we're going to be our worst critics in life. Sometimes that's not what people are even thinking. Sometimes we're just overthinking or we're thinking too much. So I'm trying to silence the negative voices in my head, telling me that I cannot show up consistently, telling me that my content is not valuable, telling me that because it's been a while, people would not really care. But at the end of the day, it's about the value you have to give. So that's something I'm going to say. If you feel like you're struggling with imposter syndrome, what I would say is try to silence the voice within your head. So this is what my skin is looking like. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with just one layer of this foundation. 1 pump, sorry, of this foundation. This is the Easy Blur from Huda Beauty. Just a little tiny bit of it. Yeah, so I was gonna say, remind yourself that you are the shit. That you're amazing. You're amazing. And you're beautifully made. You know. But also, like, look for ways to improve yourself so that way you have validation internally. You have validation and you have no cause to question the value you have to give. What I'm going to do now is to use concealer. I'm going to use 2 concealers. This one again is from Nuban Beauty. I'm just going to use this amount and this amount. Usually when I'm doing my makeup, once I get my center face right, the rest of my face just falls in place. I'm just like pushing in the product and lightly like sharing it out. I don't want to spread it because I just want to keep it where the light hits. For the nose, we're just going to do the same thing. Share this out. I'm still going to use another concealer, but for that one, I'll just use like literally 1 drop or less than a drop. I'm gonna drag this out as well. So the last shade I'm gonna use, this one is Medium Sand. This one is from ELF. I'm just going to use literally that much. Literally that much. Because with the way that I highlighted my face right now, this is unnecessary, to be honest. But I do want a bit of lift. It's just the center. So that's why I use that. For my blush, this is my ride or die. I've said this a couple of times. I love the bronzy look, the coral look. It's in the shade Bronze Bombshell. So I'm gonna use this as my first layer. Just a little bit goes a long way. So, and the good thing is because we have creams on the face, it's going to blend beautifully well into the skin. Like so. So this is okay. So I'm gonna use my brush to just blend it in. I went ahead to get my sponge. I just dipped it into my setting powder and I kind of dusted out the excess product. I'm using what's left over here, and if I do need more, I'll just dip back in here and kind of use it. We want to set, but not like bake yet, right? So I'm just kind of blending out any harsh lines, because now once we set, we can't unset. Just pressing in that product into the skin. And we're good. We're good. What I'm gonna do next is to set my entire face, right? So the product that I used, I'm gonna use a similar shade to set it down. So this one, I'm gonna use this for the bronzer, just to set it, just to set the cream, and like blend it into my forehead as well. Okay, we love it. For the rest of our face, we're going to use our powder shade. So I'm going to use a brown shade, literally like my powder, the same thing, and just bronze my eyelids, right? I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow. Guys, I'm so basic now that brown is all I use on my eyes. I'm gonna use the leftover product and just like wing it out, just like blend it out. Nothing too dramatic, just like a soft, smoky, blended, winged look. Okay, let's put on some mascara and prep for the lashes. While that is drying down, I'm going to fill in my brows as well. So this is typically what I do. I just fill it in. Like, see the difference between this eye and this eye? It's like there's no much of a difference. I try not to outline the top brows because it just looks weird. So I just fill in, I create like an outline, and then I fill in the sparse areas. Okay, this is what we're looking like. Okay, my face is looking matte. Okay, I think I like this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this one. So let me just put on the glue, let it get tacky, and then pop it on. Okay, so to set my entire face, I'm going to use this Dalba spray first of all. I want this to rehydrate my face, to melt down like all the powders and everything. Okay, so now that that has settled in, can you guys see that brought back a little bit of hydration, shine, and yeah. So because today I want to film multiple content and I am going to be changing my outfits, probably changing my hair as well, putting like a wig on, I want something that could last me till I'm done filming, right? I don't use this every single time, but I like how it looks and the finish. So to line my lips, I'm using a dark brown pencil, and this is the way I do my lips, right? I'm very precise with following my lip line. And when I get to the top parts, this is what I do. I followed the lip line as well. On this side, did the same thing here. And then when I get to the top, I don't create like a bow. I just round it up to give me a lifted look. So this is the place I kind of outline. It looks crooked right now. And yeah, typically for my lips, I'm such a basic person. I always use this. I like a nude finish, nothing too crazy. Just give me a neutral nude and keep it moving. This is what we look like. The last thing I'm gonna do is to use a pressed powder. I'm gonna take a light shade, my highlight shade, and just a little bit of it actually. Just a little bit of it, because now we've set the face. This is gonna be pretty much like further highlighting and mattifying / blotting, if that makes sense. I'm gonna use this, the product. This is optional, but I'm just going to do this to just keep hair matte and take the shine away. Does that make sense? Just take the shine away. Take the shine away here as well. Just a little bit. Yes, this is what So this right here is the finished look. This is what we look like, and this is the beat. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am a sucker for like a clean makeup beat that looks elevated, doesn't look too much, doesn't look like you are doing, it just looks classy. Okay. Gosh, this is something else. This is so beautiful. Okay, loves, so this right here is the finished look. This is what we look like. The body is glowing, the skin is hydrated, it's glowing, it's beautiful, it's clean, it's minimal, and yeah, this is my version of brown girl, clean, skin friendly, simple, everyday that's a mouthful, everyday makeup video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely feel free to give me a thumbs up. Hope you guys also learned from this video. I feel like just coming on here and sharing like my journey, insecurities, growth, and some life lessons as well while we chit chat and get ready. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, like I say, make sure you stay blessed and make sure you stay fabulous and make sure you keep creating. Bye guys.